The San Jose Sharks don't have their legs today and lose 4-2 to the Detroit Red Wings, and we're here to break it down on Teal Town, USA. You know where to find us. You know us. You love us. You can find us on the YouTube, the X, the Twitter, whatever you want to call that, the Instagram, the Facebook, the Reddit. We're everywhere, and we go live after every Sharks game or anytime the Sharks make a big trade. And I'm joined with the angry Canadian himself, Ian Reed. How are you, Ian?
I am fantastic. I mean, I'm good. The game, not so much. Me, I'm good.
The Sharks didn't have their legs today. I think we can safely say that. They looked tired. Very
A little
tired.
bit, yeah. I mean, like this schedule, it's a rough schedule. We know that a lot of teams are facing stuff like this with the Olympics this year. The Sharks have like just a bunch of back-to-back games. They play a team that hadn't played in 2 nights. They've been home the whole time. And they're playing a back-to-back on the road. I'm not that I want to make excuses for them, because I think there was a lot more that went wrong than just not having their legs. But I think, they go into this game in a situation where the schedule kind of works them a little too.
Yeah. And it would start off where Alex DeBrincat the Sharks would take a penalty. Alex DeBrincat's left wide open, and he's not going to miss on that. And it's 1-0 Detroit pretty early on the power play. Askarov had no shot on that. I don't think DeBrincat could have been more wide open.
He had no shot on it because he bit shot, and he wasn't like, he overplayed that. Like he completely bit that he was going to shoot the puck before it went over to DeBrincat. So he kind of cheated too much to the one side. Now, Timothy Liljegren is also kind of just standing there being like, I don't know how to play.
I don't know what to do.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, it's not great. Alex DeBrincat. I mean, I love Alex DeBrincat, man. I've always liked Alex DeBrincat. But like, yeah, it's a situation where, like, yeah, Askarov had no choice, but he had a part to play in why he had no chance on that.
Yeah. But I thought Askarov, like, this game wasn't on. I thought he made some big saves. I thought the game would have been way worse if Askarov had an off night. It would have probably been another blowout, 7-2 or whatever. But I thought Askarov overall had a pretty, like, the team in front of him,
he was fine. I don't think he was great. I think he was fine. There's a couple of things with Askarov that kind of bother me. One of the things that kind of bothers me, and we've seen it a couple of times tonight, is he will make a save and then he just kind of stares at the puck in front of him.
Yeah, I've seen that a few times today.
Right? And it's like he's got to make a decision there, because, like, I look at if this team finally becomes actually good instead of just pretend good like they are right now, like, maybe you can count on your defense more. But I wouldn't, like, this is the San Jose Sharks. I'm not counting on my defense for anything unless Macklin Celebrini is coming to get that puck. Like, I don't.
Yeah. Well, Will Smith did make his return today, and a positive note. It's nice to see Will Smith back in the lineup, and he doesn't take long to get on the score sheet with Celebrini and Klingberg, who we'll yell at here in a very quickly, with the assist on that one. Just, goes to the net, goes to the dirty area, scores a goal. Good on him. I thought he had some jump tonight. I thought he looked good. You can, like, I think it took them like 2 shifts to do something dumb together. So it's nice to see that chemistry is not lost. And then in the second period, Colin Graff. Sorry, go ahead.
So I was going to say, get to the super chat.
Oh yes, my bad. We have a $2 super chat. Thank you, Bart.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. I'm not going to try to pronounce it. Battalion. I'm going to call you Battalion. PP only looking to Mac for shots. It's frustrating. The power play is not working right now. I think Curtis tweeted they're 0 for 9 in, like, their last few games. It's not working.
They need to. Yeah, I think, look, I mean, obviously Celebrini's been the hot hand, so I think, you want to you wanna get him looks, obviously. I don't hate any of the shots that he took, though, like, I think they were all good looks that he took, but it is getting a little predictable.
Yeah, because it's always for the celebrating like shot. Because Eklund, I love him. The poor kid can't get the puck. Like the kid doesn't have a one timer. Like anytime he tries to shoot it, it feels like it's getting flubbed right now. So it's really just max that. And then Colin Graff, the start of the second period, Colin Graff would score, assisted by Nick Leddy and Sam Dickinson. So of course Nick Leddy gets on the board. He was back in the lineup today.
Yeah, I mean, defensively a nightmare like usual, but, really good, like, just, a nice it was a good play by Letty, like, you gotta give him flowers when he's due flowers, um, to kinda just push the play and get the puck there, and then Colin Graff just pokes it with his stick. Just really nice goal.
Yeah.
Colin Graff is everyone's really mad for my Colin Graff take on Sunday, so
What was your Colin Graff take? I'm sorry, I wasn't able to listen.
I think that Sharks fans overrate him.
I mean, I think a lot of teams overrate some of their players. I don't think it's
Like, and that's not to say, like, and it's funny, right? Because, like, I love Colin Graff. Like, what gets lost in it is, like, I love Colin Graff. I think he's great. I just think that when this team is, like, fully Death Star operational,
Death
he's
Star
gonna get pushed
operation.
down the lineup,
I mean,
like,
probably.
right?
Like, I think I think I do like Colin Graff. I think he's a diamond in the rough. Um, not necessarily a diamond in the rough, but you know what I mean. Like,
No, look, it is, right? He's an undrafted college free agent that signed, and, like, so credit to Mike Greer for getting him, obviously, for identifying him and going and get him. And, like, he was obviously the Sharks weren't alone in wanting Colin Graff, but, like, you have to credit Mike Greer for getting that done. And because I mean, a lot of these guys, we always, I feel like every summer it's like, oh, this guy's gonna finally turn, this guy didn't sign his contract, so now he's a free agent. Now, this isn't this obviously again, like for Colin Graff, that's not the case. He was undrafted, but I always feel like there's always like like the college guys that are just like, oh, this guy's such a big deal, and then they're like your third line wing.
yeah, it's nice. And I think now, if I'm not mistaken, if Brody, I think I saw Brody tweet, he might be like he didn't say the name, but from what
Mhm.
Brody sounded like in that his tweet, Colin Graff might be second in goals for the Sharks because he has 14. Smith has 13 right now, so he might
Yeah,
be
like, and
second
again, I'm
behind
not
Kelly.
saying like, and this is the thing, right? Everyone's like, oh no, he's a top
Ian
line
hates
guy.
Colin Graff, folks. Get
Yes,
it out
Ian
there.
hates Colin Graff. That's the moral of the
That's the
story.
moral of the
I
story,
think he's
guys.
good, but you know what? I think Colin Graff, like, to me, like, Colin Graff is he's really good, but I when you have a guy like Colin Graff, like, on your third line, where I think when everything kinda settles and, like, again, this is I'm not saying right now, I'm just saying when this team is actually competing. I
Yeah,
just think that, like, Colin Graff, like, and this is I think highly of him, like, people are mad because I think he's eventually gonna be a third liner on a competitive Sharks team, but third liners like Colin Graff are the kind of guys that win you Stanley Cups.
I think when this team is competitive, I don't think it's a hot take to say Graff will be on the third line.
Maybe he flexes up to the second line, it's fine, right? But, like, he is, like, but the players like him are players that win you Stanley Cups.
Yeah, you're not wrong there. And our defense then decided we're gonna be utter poop, and Klingberg gives away the puck, and Marco JT Comfer on I think it was a 3-on-1, and poor Orlov was just stuck in the middle of that.
Yeah.
And Orlov was stuck in the middle of that. JT Comfer nets his sixth of the year assist to Marco Casper, and things would go off the rails. I mean, they started the third okay, and it just never really clicked.
Yeah, I
Um,
mean, that's where I think the legs do come in a little bit there. Detroit has, like, I think it was Curtis that tweeted out, like, Detroit has just, like, demoed teams in the second period, and they controlled a lot of that second period
yeah.
against the Sharks. But again, long change too, right? So that's
Yeah,
what the
and Larkin on what was immediately you could tell was a goal. Bad giveaway by Klingberg, and I think there's some miscommunication there with Askey also. But the puck is given away, and Dylan Larkin stuffs it home for his 24th of the year, assisted to Raymond and JVR. Marco Casper would finish it off with getting another goal, or sorry, his fourth of the season, assist to Lucas Raymond, who finishes it off a 3-point night. Overall, probably not the result you wanted today.
I don't think
But
I think there was definitely things again, look at Klingberg for it's kind of Klingberg's regressed back to being just bad again. Um, I, the defense is not great. I don't know. I don't know how they fix it. Like, it's great that you'd be like, oh well, don't worry, none of these guys are signed, whatever. But
I think
okay,
it's I think
that's
it's a lot of
fine.
Sam taking the next step. It's a lot of Luca's probably a full-time NHLer next year. It's stuff
You
like
hope
that.
so.
You
Yeah,
hope so, right?
you
It's the
hope so,
kids
and
taking a step.
you hope that like Polkamp can come in and start either start playing right away because like I like Polkamp a lot, but it always you get nervous when a guy spends that much time in college.
Mhm.
Because guys that spend that much time in college walk as free agents all the fucking time. And I'm not saying that's gonna happen. I'm not saying obviously if I'm Eric Polkamp, I'm looking at this team and I see plenty of opportunity. So I'm not trying to like be alarmist and be like, oh no, Ian thinks Eric Polkamp's gonna walk as a free agent in August 15th.
Well,
I'm
he's
not
a
saying that.
junior, so he has, I believe, one more year after this one. So if he
But
goes again,
again,
but
but
again, I
yeah,
get
well
what
he
you're
played it
saying.
we played him in
He
Benji's
played at
he
Bemidji,
played
and then
and then played
this
through
is
so I
his.
like he's getting up
He's
there where
getting there. I don't. I get where you're coming from, and I get the worrying stuff like that. I do think he signs. Like, who does he have to
oh,
compete
I
with,
think he
right?
signs too because I think like this it's
Like,
not a
there's no
situation where
competition
you
here.
can't see
You can't see a path
opportunity
to the
from him, right?
NHL, but
But I always get nervous about guys who spend that much time in college. And it's also the other thing too is obviously when you spend that much time in college, you're turning pro, you're already in your like I think he's 21, 20, turning
he was an
22.
overdraft. He was an overdrafter from the start. So, like, when the Sharks drafted him, it was already
Yeah,
his
but
D plus one.
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like right now he's
Let me look.
21, he's turning 22. Like
Yeah.
there's not a lot of room to grow from there is what I'm saying, right? So like he has to come in and be good basically immediately
Yeah.
because there's not a whole lot of like development time left there. Like
He's
because again,
21.
you
Yeah.
yes, he's 21 turning 22,
Yeah. So we'll see
right?
what happens.
I
Again,
know people this is gonna be one of those shows where people are like, why is he in so negative?
well, look, it's hard for me to be mad at this team with this loss just because of the overall season they've had. Like, I can't sit here and be all like, this team's, yes, they need to fix their blue line. We all know that.
Mhm.
Like, I don't think that's a surprise to anyone, but I don't like, I think it's going to come with the kids taking a step forward, Sam Dickinson taking a step forward, where
Sure.
this draft is deep. Maybe, it's going to come through that.
Yeah, but I don't like again, like, but the Sharks aren't picking top 5 this
They're
year
not, but I'm
unless they
saying
win the lottery, right? Like the lottery is, I mean, if they
they
make
can
the
also
playoffs,
fall. Like, that's
sure,
not saying anything crazy,
100%. I mean, we watched Anaheim come out like out of the gate at the bat of hell, and now they're
but
kind of just sinking down the standings. I'm not saying that can't happen to the Sharks, but I have no. I've been saying that like I've been waiting for the bottom to fall out all season, and now we're more than halfway through, and the
and it
bottom
still
hasn't
hasn't.
fallen out.
My moral of the
So
story is hope the kids will take another step. um, but yeah, look, yeah, overall tough loss for the Sharks. They're back in action on Monday against Florida. Doesn't get any easier. They have a back to back with Florida in Tampa.
yeah, those are gonna be some rough games,
That's
especially that Tampa game is gonna be fascinating.
I'm curious if Warsaw starts Reeves, Goodrow, and Ostapchuk and is like fight, attack. Um, the Sharks also made a trade today. The
Sure.
reason we didn't go live is because I was not able to juice that for for
Could you
15 minutes.
imagine doing a show for this trade?
I would
Oh,
if I was
I
bored
would
enough.
too. Who am I kidding?
Yeah, I was about to
I
say
mean,
we
I'd
both.
do it if someone was like, "Hey, Ian, we're gonna do a show," and I'd be like, "Yeah, all right."
Yeah, why not?
Yeah.
We could milk it.
We could
San Jose acquires Chicago's fifth round pick. Michael Misa now counts towards the 50 contract maximum, and Carolina acquires defenseman Kyle Masters, San Jose's 2026 fourth round pick. If that name sounds familiar, Kyle Masters, Lacey texted this to me. Kyle Masters was acquired for Victor Olofsson Olafson was traded for Daniil Gushin, and the Sharks now moved down in the draft. So that trade tree looks a little rough. Thank you,
It's a
Kevin, for
rough
that.
trade. Like, it's a situation where, look, if they had to do something, and this is what I said, right? Like, it was gonna be a situation where they were gonna have to move a guy like he's been, my understanding, he's been injured most of the year. He was
Yeah,
in Wichita before
I
that.
think he's also out for the whole season if I read Frank Saravalli's tweet right.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
So, I mean, in this situation where basically it's like you're paying Carolina to take a contract here, and it like the optics of it kind of suck. But here's the thing that I like about it, obviously, is Michael Misa gets to stick around now, and there's no more, oh no, Michael Misa can't play. Um, and you know what? I do want to give Ryan Rosofsky a little credit here, because like I've liked the way he's used Michael Misa since he's come back from the World Juniors. Like I feel like he's taken the training wheels off a little bit, which is nice.
Yeah. And you see the flashes with Misa, right? Like you see what makes him so exciting. He's kind of had a wobbly season just with the injury, then World Juniors, AHL conditioning sit. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
He's had kind of an up and down season, but I have
Well, and
liked
plus
him.
he had, it's like, oh, we can't play him every night. He's 18. You can't play 18-year-olds every night. Can't do it.
No, but I mean they're not playing Ryan Reeves right now on back to back nights. I'm joking. I'm not comparing those, which I don't blame them. But yeah, so that was the trade the Sharks make. That means Misa's now officially with the team. He's played the 10 games. His contract can no longer slide. What is happening?
I mean, we haven't won a game since Masters was traded.
Yeah.
It's true.
Yeah. So Mike Greer got fleeced, guys. You heard it here.
Yeah.
Um, he got
Yeah.
absolutely fleeced.
It's
Yeah, and
the
also the
worst.
line blender went out today. They started the game with Regenda, Sally Smith, Toffoli, Wenberg, Eklund, and they had the kids line whose average age is 20 years old with Colin Graff, Michael Misa, and Igor Chernyshov. And then early on, they just put early in the third, the line blender came out. We
Sure. I
saw a
mean, you're
few
down by a
different
goal.
looks.
You're looking for
You're
something.
looking for any
And
spark. I thought Chernyshov had a decent game today. I thought he had his moments of like you could just see.
I still like, I mean, obviously, like the points have obviously cooled down for Chernyshov a little since his just bursting onto the scene and being absolutely crazy. But like I don't feel like he's played a bad game yet, though. You know what I
No.
mean? Like, I think, yeah, the points, obviously, like the points were never gonna continue like the on the pace that they were going. Like, it's just crazy. But I really liked his game, and I think that it's gonna be really fascinating to see what the Sharks do when guys start getting healthy. Although, fuck, I've been saying that all year, and we're halfway through the season, and this team is not being able to stay healthy at any
Yeah, I was about to
stretch.
say,
So
Ian, this team is incapable of that at the moment.
this team is absolutely incapable of staying healthy. I don't know. Oh,
Yeah, I also like that they're trying Misa and Chernyshov to kind of, well, they did try a bit of Misa and Chernyshov. I know chemistry from OHL doesn't necessarily transfer to the NHL. It's just for
those
those two, I'm
I
sure
thought,
there's
but
some
I thought they were
comfort.
fine though. Like I thought
Yeah.
they were good, right? I enjoyed the third line. I thought they were okay. Again, like I think all the lines were kind of getting pushed around in the second period, which is why the blender kind of came out. But
Fire to Foley into the sun. Yeah, he had a rough game.
it's, yeah, Tyler Toffoli, man, it sucks, right? Because
And I love Toffoli, but oh
I
boy,
do
bud.
too, but man, he has had a rough season.
Like it's so like interesting because he's just fallen off a cliff. It feels like he has some games where it's like he'll put up 4 points and then go nothing for like 10, right? And
Yeah,
it's just so frustrating. Um,
he just doesn't look like the dude he was last year, and that sucks.
Misa and Cherney were trying shit, which is always fun to see. Yeah,
Yeah,
look, like let the kids try things that like the offense is miles ahead of where the defense is, right? With this team, so you kind of have that flexibility to build some chemistry, try pairings that, hey, will we keep it in the future? Probably, maybe. I don't know. But you're hoping that, Misa and Chernyshov can get some of what that Mac and Smith got going. And, then you actually have scoring depth throughout the lineup. And it's not just, we shut
yeah,
down
they need,
Celebrini, we
because
win the
right,
game.
'cause I mean, the thing is with this team, right? Like, they are fun, like, people in chat are like, "Well, they're fun," and they are fun, don't get me
They
wrong,
are fun.
I've enjoyed watching the Sharks this year.
Something we couldn't
I
say last
don't
year.
right. 100%. Oh my god. Like, I don't wanna come off like I'm disputing any of that, right? Like, I agree, they're fun, like, they're in a playoff race, like,
Ian hates this.
I think this team is gonna make the playoffs because I just
Of course.
could
I'm
the
gonna have to
bottom
agree
fall
with
out?
you.
100% it could, but it's not, it hasn't. I don't, look at is this team gonna do anything in the playoffs? Probably not. It's house money, and I do get worried that the Sharks overreact to this season though and be like, "Oh, we're good now."
That's my concern also. Like with
Like
that Sherwood rumor that came out this morning, and I have nothing against Sherwood, um, but I do like don't rush this rebuild. That's all. Like right now, you're playing with house money. Don't
yeah.
rush it. That's all I'm asking. Like fix the defense. Like if we want to trade for Sherwood, fine, whatever. That's a later issue, I guess. But for right now, just like fix the defense because that's what's holding this team back. Like that's the last thing you have to fix here, and so just don't rush that. Like if there was a way for them to trade up and get like a guy like Chase Reed in the draft, I would absolutely be in love with that because it's like that's like the piece that we're missing, right? And I don't think any of us expected the Sharks to be where they are right now, and we
No,
thought
no,
that.
I mean, I thought, I wanted to see the Sharks obviously improve, and I thought they would improve.
But
Um,
I didn't see this coming. If you told me
well,
this, I would laugh.
it's I mean, they're on a PDO bender. It's Macklin too, like, and the
Yeah,
thing is, like, it's it's funny because, like, I had a conversation with people on Twitter, and I was saying this, like, I would rather have Macklin Celebrini than get another good draft pick this year, right? Because, like, when
yeah.
you look at what Macklin does, like, a lot of like, most teams that go through the hell that the Sharks have gone through, they never get that guy.
That's why I'm asking them to not rush this because you have something special brewing here. And I'm
Yeah.
not saying, go out and like, do something, you know what I mean? But like, just don't rush it. Like you have Celebrini this year you found gold pretty much with how you're going and how you're trending. Don't rush it. If you want to trade for Sherwood, go ahead. Try not to give up too much for that piece or
That's why,
whatever.
like, that's why, like, if Macklin Celebrini drags his team into the playoffs kicking and screaming, I'm not gonna be mad
No,
because I'd
you
rather
just
have Macklin
appreciate.
Celebrini than Keaton Verhoff in the draft and finish, you know, where you're
Tough.
drafting 3rd overall, 2nd overall, whatever it is.
Yeah. And this draft is pretty deep on right shot and left shot D where some guys probably gonna end up falling. So
Sure, yeah, I mean, like, again, I think that whatever you get in the draft this year is gonna be fine, like,
yeah.
I'm not I just think, like, I'd rather but if I had the choice between another good pick, another
No,
top
I get what
pick
you're
this
saying.
year, like, I would rather be the Sharks than the Chicago Blackhawks, who are probably gonna draft again in the top 5.
I want their defense. But yeah, I get what you're saying. Um when Desharnais comes back, how would you improve the defense before the deadline? Train Klingberg, Ferrara, Lodrogan, call up Cagnoni, wave Letty. I want to address this question. This is a fun question. This is spicy. We're gonna get spicy take Ian right here.
Spicy take in. I don't know, man. It's hard, right? Because, like, it's easy to say, "Oh, just trade all these guys," right? But, like, the NHL GMs suck. No, they do, right?
No,
Because,
I
like,
know, I know.
all
You're
you
not wrong.
hear is how hard it is to make a trade in the NHL, and then you look at other sports, and it's like, why is it so fucking hard? What's the problem here? The problem is you people.
The problem is you, NHL GMs, for any one of you watching.
I don't know. Like, yeah, man. Like, look at I would get rid of Nick Leddy post haste, but I don't know where I don't know who's like chomping at their lips. I would like a Nick Leddy. Like, no one wants a Nick Leddy right now. Like, with how he's been this season, like, I don't know, man.
I
Like, yeah,
do want to.
there's guys that you do want to get rid of, right? Like, then there's some like trade targets where, like, I think it's interesting that the Sharks were sniffing around Dougie Hamilton in the summer. I don't hate that. I know AJ was pretty poo poo on it, but I don't hate that. I think he would be
The
fuck. I'd
best
rather have
defender on the
Dougie Hamilton.
Sharks by a
I'd rather
mile.
have Look at is Dougie Hamilton the perfect defenseman? No, but I would take him over Klingberg in a fucking heartbeat.
Yeah. I am curious what they do with Ferraro. And that's just because like this guy has been here since 20, and I know loyalty to the player, but like whatever, but I feel like it'd really kind of hurt morale of the team if you trade that guy.
Yeah, like I don't think the Sharks
And
can
that's my
go
worry.
if you're in the well, that's the thing, right? You have to kind of and it's gonna like then this is gonna be the interesting thing at the trade deadline, right? If like the Sharks don't do much because let's say they continue on the pace where they are and they're just kind of sitting in the second wild card and they're a couple of points out of or even tied with, I mean right now they're tied with Seattle for third in the division, right?
I'm gonna have to wear a dress on live air, guys. Pray.
And I think that in that situation it's really hard to just start selling, and I don't think they're gonna have like a massive fire sale either. Like I
No.
think we need to start listening. I said this on Sunday too. Like we need to start listening to the words that are coming out of Mike Greer's mouth because they've generally been honest. Like I feel like he's been pretty honest with the fan base to this point, and the big teardown is over. Now, can they move pieces that if somebody comes in and offers you something for a guy like Ferraro or something, like do I think you have to make a move there, but that you can't just like you can't. I don't want to see them like if they're still at this point, like you don't want to buy, obviously, right? But you can't just like sell everything that's not bolted down either.
Yeah. It's gonna be fascinating, right? Because they're kind of in that weird precarious position of like, can we trade Nick Kevin? Can we trade Letty to Carolina for someone like Kyle Masters?
I
Yes.
love it.
Evolved into Neil Gushin, trade more.
Make it
Okay.
just fascinating. But you know what I mean? Like it's a really tough spot for Mike Greer to be in because I don't think
He thought he would be in this position. I'm not gonna
no, I
lie.
don't think so either.
Like if you were
And
to ask him, and I've said this before, if you were to ask Mike Greer at the start of the season, where did you think your team would be? He'd probably say like bottom, maybe like we'd pick like 8th in the 10th range, and they're on track to pick maybe
like
like
I think
what?
it's a situation where like I don't like obviously I don't want that like you wouldn't go buying like to make like some big move like you're gonna win some rounds. But if you can make a move where you can improve the team going forward
You do it.
and right, and then get rid of a guy to do it that maybe isn't even in the long-term plans, like I think that's fine. It's gonna be really interesting, and I think it's gonna be fascinating to watch how like the fan base reacts to the trade deadline, including jerk
And
off
we'll
like
be live on air, folks, because
yeah.
that's gonna be back, and some dumb trade will break. We'll be live for trade deadline again this year.
Will we?
So
I'll be there.
you might, or yeah, well,
I will be there.
yeah, Ian's gonna be there. I'm gonna bully other people to be there. Everyone's gonna be there, guys. Um, and are you gonna be in San Jose that weekend
Yeah,
or that
yeah,
week? You're gonna
yeah.
be leaving San Jose, aren't you, that week?
No, I'll be there. Like when's the trade
Oh,
deadline? It's like
March 6th, I believe.
yeah, I'm there.
Oh, so yeah. Net front presence. I will be. Yeah, it's gonna be chaotic. Yeah, net front presence is also gonna be there. We're gonna have a lot of fun this
Who's
trade
gonna do
deadline.
this
Where,
show?
huh?
I said, who's gonna do this show? I
The
wonder.
trade deadline show.
Yeah,
We're just gonna. We'll figure. That's a later problem, Ian.
it's
Well,
fine.
something's gonna happen. Someone's gonna do it.
Someone's
Um,
gonna do it.
probably me when it comes down to it. But with that, if
Hey,
you
Bear
wanna
Crew winning.
if you want to watch, oh, I forgot to mention the Barracuda. We'll get to that in a second. In case you missed this and want to watch this again, you can catch us on the YouTube. Smash that like button, smash the subscribe button, smash that post notification. We go live anytime the Sharks play a game or after the game, and anytime they make a big trade, just not the one that they made today because I can't juice that for 15 minutes. Um, Speaking of which, the Barracuda are now winning 2-1. Is it?
Yes.
I believe Casper Halton got the first goal. Who got the second one? Because I didn't
Cardwell.
have. Huh? Cardwell. They are currently playing the Roadrunners. And so yeah, hopefully they can get the win. I believe Brossois isn't starting, but he's backing up us Carrier, right?
Uh,
So we might.
I don't know. I didn't. You know what? I had it. I had like 3 games on my
You're fine.
monitors, so
Ian
I don't
and Jules live at the I'm down from
know.
Stanley's.
Mm, we
I
will
don't
see
think
this.
Ian's Ian doesn't seem too happy about that
Well,
one.
I don't wanna make commitments to do things when I have not asked the other person that will be there with me. Um, we're not making
Anyways,
commitments. Yeah, 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 yeah.
Ian, final thoughts before this derails.
I like this team. I don't want like, don't get it twisted. I like this team. I am having a ton of fun watching this team this season.
He's lying.
I'm
Sorry.
not lying. I hate this
Go
team.
ahead.
This is the worst team. I
Go ahead. Go ahead.
spent thousands of dollars to go see them live, but hate them. No, I mean, look at I'm enjoying this, and I it really upsets me that when sometimes I feel like people think that I'm too negative and I don't like this team. Like I love what this team is doing this year. This has been a ton of fun, and like I said, I think they're a playoff team.
You heard it here,
So
folks.
this is a bump in the road. It's
I think if
fine.
anything, I'm the negative one because I still don't think they'll make it. But that's also because I think I don't want to wear a dress on live air. But both can be true. My final thoughts is look, this team keeps proving me wrong. And they're just gonna keep munching away here. So
Yeah,
again,
Laurent Bourgeois is backing up Gabriel Carrier, so hopefully he gets a start tomorrow.
so yeah,
Sorry.
no, you're good. Sharks play again Monday, Tuesday. We'll be live with you guys right after both those games. That yeah. No, again, I probably should not said that I'd wear a teal dress if the Sharks make the playoffs because anytime I bet, the opposite tends to happen of what I bet on. So thanks, Macklin Celebrini. Uh and with that, what was I saying? Okay, anyways. But yeah, Sharks play. We'll be live right after that. Pucknologist is back on Sunday.
Yep.
They'll be live at 6 p.m. PST, breaking down what was this week of Sharks hockey. And with that, keep it real, keep it teal, keep it real, teal. Have a good night, everyone.